my introduction bothers you due to the surveillance you might be under, just skip the beginning. But um, I would like to say that lie detector tests are $400 plus. I'm not a part of any organizations, any secret societies, any law enforcement whatsoever. So this is a channel that you can come to and listen to. And I say the lie detector test part because that's a good way to weed out perps. There's multiple questions that can be asked on those. So, um, yeah, let's get started. But if my introductions bother you, just skip the first minute of it. I'll start saying it um, like in the beginning of every live stream, so you could just skip the first minute of it. But I'm going to go over a Vice documentary, a short, a short from the documentary, where I guess it's like I guess it's just like an add-on to like the videos, like from the documentary, or like the add-on from the gang stalking topic. So I'm going to play it on my. I'm just going to play it on my phone, and I'm going to skip to the I'm going to skip to the person that I wanted y'all to see talking about gang stalking specifically. Like if you can't understand the perspective, if you like to believe that citizens are just all in your business, they're not being paid by the police, they're not being compensated by the police to gang stalk you, they're just doing it because they simply don't like you. If you believe that, don't even listen to my live streams. Don't even listen to my live streams because that is a path to destruction. If you can go to anywhere you're unknown, even in your city, and think somebody is following you because they have a personal problem with you, and it's not because they're being compensated, please get off my live stream. And it's no disrespect. It's just I used to think like that too. So I can't get mad at you. I used to think like people that had a personal problem, like regular people, regular citizens in society, um, learned psychological warfare tactics and decided to do it on me when they're actually all working for law enforcement. And that's why I'm so calm and things like that. Like they're working for law enforcement and not calm in the sense of I thought that it was somebody was trying to do something violent to me. No, I just thought that it was like a cool cult and they were going around telling lies and cutting out the truth. Like I thought they were recording my life, and cutting out the truth and just telling lies. Like and the camera turn off when they telling when the truth is being said or the truth is being done. The camera turn off. That's what I was thinking, which doesn't really make sense for somebody to believe something like that to where they only see bad parts of your life. You know. So it's a mindset that a lot of targets are in or were in. But you really shouldn't care about this stuff. You shouldn't care. You really should not care about targeting. It's basically policemen following you around. Once I learned how to put all of those people, put a badge on pretty much everybody that I see, you know, um, not everybody, but, people that do the perpetrator harassment, I put a badge on them even if they don't have one. Because anybody tracking you around, anybody stalking you, um, Anybody getting notifications to track you, bro, that's a policeman. You know, they tracking you and doing nothing to you but psychological warfare tactics. Those are policemen. Those are citizen informants. You know, so you have to understand these type of things. Yeah, that's what has me so calm. My targeting is excuse me, my targeting is extreme. I'm going to make this live stream also about levels, and I'll also do another level live stream. But I'm gonna make it about levels. If targeting stops, I don't know what make targeting stops. Before I get into the vice shorts, I don't know what makes targeting stops, but it seems as if when I'm in a relationship, I don't know if it works with any other targeted individual, but when I'm in a relationship, like I don't really notice the targeting as much. Like it happens, but I just really brush it off instead of me brushing it off. Now I brush it. Now it doesn't really work at all. But now I brush it off because I understand that they're citizen informants instead of me thinking in my mentally ill mind, like how I was thinking that, these people are just cult members. They're cult members. No, they're cops, bro. They're citizens on patrol. They're citizen informants. So that's what has me so calm. But excuse me real quick. I know I do this every time I'm on. I'm about to start with the short of the Vice documentary. I mean, yeah, from the documentary. And I'll turn my camera around and I'll show you. Listen to what this dude is saying. Basically, what I'm saying. Just a second.
If you go to see a psychiatrist, let's say it's the first time you're meeting a psychiatrist, and you say, I'm under police surveillance, then the psychiatrist will write you off as suffering paranoid schizophrenia, and then he will give you medication. So we must assume that this is what American society believes, that all these government agencies, which normally watch over people, don't actually watch people at all. If anybody think that they are being watched by this government agency, then they must be crazy. It cannot possibly be true.
There really is no help at the moment.
Okay, so you get what I'm saying when I say these things? Do you get what I'm saying when I say these things? Did you understand what he just said, or do I need to replay it? I'm gonna go ahead and replay it. And he got directly to it.
A key weapon that these perpetrators use to bring a person down to the ground, basically.
If you go to see a psychiatrist, let's say it's the first time you're meeting a psychiatrist, and you say, I'm under police surveillance, then the psychiatrist will write you off as suffering paranoid schizophrenia, and then he will give you medication. So we must assume that this is what American society believes, that all these government agencies, which normally watch over people, don't actually watch people at all. If anybody think that they are being watched by this government agency, then they must be crazy. It cannot possibly be true.
There really is no help at the moment officially.
Bro, people are so. You get what he just said, right? That's basically the gang stalking program in just in full. Like, do you get what he just said, right? People, you'll go to a psychiatrist, right? You go to a psychiatrist and tell them that you're under police surveillance, and they write you off as being paranoid schizophrenic. So, they write you off as being paranoid schizophrenic as if they don't believe you, when that is the job for the police, is to surveil people, is to be in everybody's business. So people just, I stress that y'all stay away from, trying to tell certain people about this. People are very unlogical. Um, they're very unlogical. People are very, the IQ level is very low. The IQ level is very low for the population. And I'm going to go to the psychiatrist speaking at the end of the video, where he says, you know, either I don't believe this stuff going on, or I don't think it's going on because I'm in the matrix. You know, this is a psychiatrist talking. I'm gonna go to that. It's at the end of that Vice video, end of the Vice short. Now listen to what this guy says. This is supposed to be the psychiatrist.
To divorce us from our money or our power or whatever they want from us. One thing that might be helpful to ask from a psychiatric point of view is, what's wrong with the rest of us? So why am I so relaxed? What's wrong with me that I don't feel I'm being gang stalked?
Because you're not.
And is it that I'm living in the matrix, where in order to feel more comfortable, I have decided to simply ignore a lot of the evils in the world and a lot of the potential threats to me?
And it ain't even a threat to you. It ain't even a threat to you. It's not happening to you. You see what he said? It's not even happening to him. No, he's not going through gang stalking. He's not going through gang stalking. And that's exactly why he said what he said. Let me replay it.
Divorce us from our money or our power or whatever they want from us. One thing that might be helpful to ask from a psychiatric point of view is, what's wrong with the rest of us? So why am I so relaxed?
Because you're not going through
that
it.
I don't feel I'm being gang stalked? And is it that I'm living in the matrix, where in order to feel more comfortable, I have decided to simply ignore a lot of the evils in the world and a lot of the potential threats to me?
This is the mindset of every citizen in America that's not going through gang stalking.
Why did this 18-year-old think she could just...
This is the mindset of every person that's not going through organized stalking, organized harassment. That's the mindset. What's up? Yo, drop some comments. I seen your comment the other day, Black News. But yeah, that's the mindset of every person that's not going through targeting. They don't get that in depth of it. They don't get that in depth in it. But that's the mindset. I mean, that's not going through targeting. That's their mindset. That's their mindset. So what you have to understand is that you can't really go out in the public and try to, tell people about it. The best revenge is, like I said, reading. Someone says 15 years targeted. Yep. I've been targeted for around 8 years. Around 8 years now. But that's the mindset of every targeted individual there is. That's the mindset. Of every person that's not going through gang stalking. Their mindset is oh, that's not happening. Oh, that's not real. And like I said, how do you not believe in gang stalking? But less than 70 years ago, People that were a different color had to go to different bathrooms. Don't leave my live if you're that. This is not, that's not what I'm talking about. It's the system that's doing that. The system is a color. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but how do you not believe in gang stalking and it was legal to enslave people and kill? It was legal to kill and enslave. How do you not believe in gang stalking? That was less than 70 years ago. In 1865, less than 200 years ago. How do you not believe in gang stalking? Why do you question it being anything else? Yeah, why do you question it, and why into targets? Why do you question it being anybody else but the system? Why is it reptilians? Why do we get these cultic um these cult we get these cult uh we get these cult answers? Why do we get these cult answers from targets? Why do people think reptilians? Bro, it was just legal to have separate bathrooms for different races 60 years ago. Somebody literally seen that. Somebody still living that, seeing people having to use separate water fountains. Why do you not believe in gang stalking? And it was just legal. It was just legal 200, not even 200 years ago yet. It was just legal. It was just legal to kill and enslave a certain group of people. It was just legal. It was just legal. Why don't you believe this type of abuse is going on? Hmm? And why do you jump to other conclusions? Like, no, bro, that's the system. Why you think nobody get caught for it? Nobody gets caught for it. They don't get caught for it, bro. Nobody gets caught for it. Why? Because it's the system. People get caught for stalking, literally. No one gets caught for stalking and harassing. That should be a crime, but I believe it falls under FISA 702, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. I believe that's what it falls under. But you don't have to be a foreigner to be under that, I'm pretty sure. Terrorist watch list. My vehicle to reading. My vehicle to a Sonic drive-through. As I was in the process of placing my order, I heard the Lord Jesus Christ say, "Look up." That's when I saw the passenger jump out the car and start running. Yeah, yeah. I believe he was telling me something about. I don't want to speak on you know, the president of 2008 and all of that. I don't want to speak on none of them, but I remember you telling me about that in the comments. But yeah, I don't want to though. I mean, I don't really know too much about them. Like, I don't know too much about them. I look at them as like people control them. Like someone controls them. That's all I can look at them as. But yeah, like you see what the guy says. Um, this will be a channel to come on here. Like it, this is something you go to. This is a channel that you come to when you get mad at somebody that does something to you in public. This will be that, because I keep repeating the same thing. Like anybody that's purposely doing anything in front of you, in the store, when you go in the store, tracking you around, anybody that's doing that, bro, they're working for the police. Okay? It's going to be a repetitive channel. This is a channel for a breather. This is a channel to not feel bullied, bro. How do you feel bullied by an informant? Huh? When that happened? How do you feel bullied by a fucking informant? How? How do you feel bullied by an informant? anybody that's receiving information about you, anybody that's doing an indirected conversation about you. You feel bullied by an informant? Huh? You feel bullied by an informant? This is not bullying. Once you come to my channel, you realize you're not being bullied. You're being, yo, you're, once you come to my channel, you realize you're not being bullied. You're being boosted. You're being boosted, bro. They're hiring informants to come around you in stores and things like that to bother you. Okay, that's something to talk about right there. The secret government blacklisted. I'm not going to mention those names, but I believe people can see the comments, and just you can comment all of that. Comment whatever you want to. They can see it. Blacklisted. The secret government rule book for labeling you a terrorist. The Intercept. Yeah, facts. And it's the reason they do that type of stuff. When they actually can't, I don't know, like probably make some verbal threats. The most I haven't even made a verbal threat. I just been very unfearful of people. Like I get in somebody's face and tell them something. That's about it. I don't know how they can call you a terrorist from that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's BS. Like they BS. They BS. Like that's definitely not true. But yeah, like you have to understand these things. You have to understand these things. Once you come to my channel, you should feel like you're not being bullied anymore because you have identified. That's like seeing what happened to your bully at home. You know what I'm saying? Say your bully get beat at home or something like that. It's just like seeing what happened to your bully at home. Identifying the culprits of who's behind your gang stalking is like seeing what happens to your bully at home. Kind of different, but it's like seeing what happens to your bully at home. Oh, that's an informant. They are informants. That's why they tracking me around doing psychological warfare. You know, gangsters don't read, nor do they track people around to do psychological warfare. Nor are they going to track you around to even intimidate you. They're not even going to track you around to intimidate you. I promise you that. That's not what gangsters do. They don't want to be seen around you if they're going to do something to you. So it's not nothing gangster. But it's not nothing gangster. Like it's nothing gangster. So these things you have to understand. Like these things you have to understand. Excuse me. It's not any perk thing. But these are things you have to understand. Nor irrefutable evidence to designate American or foreigner as terrorists, according to a key government document obtained by the Intercept. Oh, that's very good information. Excuse me, that's not any perp thing. I'm vaping right now. But nor irrefutable. I'm going to repeat that one again. Black News says no irrefutable evidence no irrefutable evidence to designate an American or foreigner as a terrorist, according to key government document. Bro, I think something's making me cough right now because they want to make me look like a perp. So I'm gonna mute it every time I'm about to. I don't get bothered by coughing at all. Like I don't get bothered. But that's not something I look at as a perp thing, but other people do. So I'll mute it every time. Like dang. Nor irrefutable evidence to designate an American or foreigner as a terrorist, according to a key government document obtained by the Intercept. Yeah, because they just doing it to people that they want to financially sabotage, bro. That's pretty much it. And things like that. Like they really trying to get you up out of here by your own hands. You know? But the March 2013 watch listing guidance, 166 excuse me, a 166 page document issued last year by the National Counterterrorism System. Reading over the years, the old I don't want to say their names on here. I don't know what they'll do to my live stream. I don't know, but they can read that part right there. They can see what you're posting. But yeah, it's it's yeah, they're informants. They're informants. They can see all the comments, bro. Like whatever you comment, they can see it. Some of them I read when you say the names of people. Like I try to keep it off here. But yeah, that's just what that is. But it's like you come to my channel, you understand. Um, you're dealing with citizen informants. You should be completely calm. You should be completely. Gosh, you should be completely calm. You should be completely calm. They're making me cough, so I keep muting it. Like I got a fan going, but that it doesn't usually happen. Like it's like an itching cough. But but yeah, like it's just pretty much all those alphabet agencies, bro, that's behind this type of stuff. The rule book which the Intercept is publishing in full was developed behind closed doors by representatives of the National Intelligence and Law Enforcement establishment, including the Pentagon, CIA, NSA, and FBI. They're workers everywhere. Yeah, that's why I said, like, why would you feel bullied by someone who works for alphabet agencies? Why would you feel bullied by someone that works for alphabet agencies? It's not bullying anymore. I've identified the culprit. And later after that, I've identified why, which I should have identified the same day. Later after that, I identified why. Oh, these are citizen informants. Oh, I shouldn't be mad because they're citizen informants. I shouldn't get angry because they're citizen informants working for alphabet agencies. Sometimes it takes us a little minute to catch on to things, but we eventually do. But yeah, we're targeted by police. It's police. That's why I tell people, like, why are you don't get mad, don't get angry, don't why? You feel what I'm saying? Like that's police, bro. I don't care how somebody look, bro. If they doing them tactics, there's no reason to get mad. You know who they working for. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason to get mad. Yeah. Oh yeah, about the fire department. So I just started my job, and every time I go into my job, I just started my job. Every time I go into my job, right before I'm finna clock in, the fire department passes. The fire department passes, and it doesn't. I think the first day I started, they um they had the lights on, they had the sirens on. The second day I went in, or the third day I went in, they didn't have the sirens on. They just passed by the place when I right before I walked in. You get what I'm saying? Like they're literally trying to financially sabotage people, bro. Like they're trying to financially sabotage people. So that's why I tell people like this would be another once you know they trying to financially sabotage you, that's when they really gonna try. But you gotta understand that you know, muscle, repetition, you gotta go through pain to come up. You gotta go through pain. You gotta be willing to let go of certain things. You gotta go through pain. You know, I ain't telling people not to have their own spot, but if you not saving money with that, if you not saving, and that's the best way. They say trying to make you homeless. Hey, that's the best way. But if you're not homeless outside, but anyway, but if you're not saving money with if you're not saving money with the rent that you're paying and whatever car insurance you're paying or lease, if you're not saving money with that, you gotta learn how to let things go. Excuse me for that. You gotta let rent go for a while. You gotta let rent go for a while. You gotta let I wouldn't say, well, yeah, if you got a car, I'm not telling you to do this, but if you got a car, I would use my car as a house as well. And yeah, hold on, reading. I'm reading. Bro, this program is evil. I almost took myself out. Yeah, yeah, it's very evil. It's some very evil stuff, bro. It's very evil. It is very evil. Like, because when that say it's evil, it doesn't happen to everyone. Like they pick you out. Like it don't matter what you did in your life, you shouldn't be going through this. But they pick you out to target you. They don't do this to criminals. They don't do this to anyone. They don't do this to anyone but targeted individuals. Targeted individual and criminal is two different things. Two different things. They don't do this to anyone but targeted individuals. Excuse me. And they don't do this to anyone but targeted individuals. There's no place you can go to a person that did some time in jail. You can go up to them and ask them, do they get followed around and harassed? You can go to anybody. You go to a street dude, anybody, and ask them, do they get followed around and harassed? They don't notice it because if they noticed it, they wouldn't be doing anything that they do. So they would never notice it. For one, they would never notice it. Like a criminal would never notice being followed around and harassed, bro. They'd never notice it. So police bullying. Yeah, they do it to innocent people. Yeah, that's what they do. Police bullying. They don't do this stuff to criminals. They do it to innocent people, targeted individuals. Targeted individuals and criminals, it's two different things. Then you got some people that think they targeted individuals and they don't even move how a targeted individual moves. I mean, you got Myra Mays that was aware of being under surveillance and still did what he did, but I guess he had plans to not be alive after he did what he did. You know. So person has to commit a crime that's basically selling out to the jail system. Yeah, he was targeted. He was targeted. He was targeted. Myra Mays was targeted. Myra Mays was definitely targeted, but I just don't see how you can be a target and commit a crime. Like that's 24/7 surveillance. I don't see how you can be a target and commit a crime. That's 24/7. You're aware of 24/7 surveillance. So I guess he didn't plan on being he didn't plan on he was targeted, but he didn't plan on being alive when he did what he did. When he went and committed that crime that took several people's life. He didn't plan on being alive. He was targeted though, yeah. He was a high level target. That's the high level stuff. They going around telling you that you going in incarceration and stuff like that. That's high level stuff. And he was a high level dude, especially in finances. If you look in that video that he posted, he had stairs that swirl like curly stairs. And I think he was kind of well off, like wealthy. But that's high level targeting right there. That's like that's what they do to me. Like even though I'm not rich, I just have I have an extreme possibility to be rich, like just by doing what I do, going from shelter to shelter, one person to a room shelters, and just doing that for like if I do that for like 2 years, I have the possibility to be at around 6 figures. Doing it for 2 years or 3 years, with my disability and stuff. So yeah, it's high level targeting. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that. But yeah, if homeless is not bad. It's the look that you think it has. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about you caring about how people look at it. You know, like not homeless outside. Never be homeless outside. But if you got a vehicle, that is not bad. That's not bad. I would actually do that right now. I would do that right now. So person have to commit a crime that's basically selling out to the jail system. I don't get what you're saying with that one. But yep, Gavin Long was targeted. I'm reading these comments. True, and he wanted to end it because of his targeting. Reading Kanika Jenkins. Reading he was targeted because of helping a woman in a custody battle. That's possible. That's very much possible. That's very much possible. That's the type of stuff that they do. Yep, that's the type of stuff they do. Like I think he was like a prosecutor, or what was he, a lawyer or something? Yeah, Myra May, yeah, he was a lawyer or something. Like I don't think he was targeted just because of that. He probably had something else on his mind too. I don't know. He probably had something else on his mind too, but I don't know. I don't think it was just because of that though. Oh well, he should have just pretty much ignored that. He shouldn't have been. He should have seen what it was and just like ignored it. But he can't go back and try to change that. Yeah, I seen a whole YouTube video, but he can't go back and change it. And we learned a lot from Myra Mays, like just be still when they doing stuff like that. When they doing stuff like that, just ignore it and be still. it stalked him with his friends and he lost his job. Yeah, that's really sick. That's why you know they have it. They have this stuff hiding. They had this stuff hiding under a law. It's why. It's probably why nothing is ever done about it. They have it hiding under a some type of law. I don't know if it's FISA 702, terrorist watch list, but this type of stuff caused them type of it'll cause those type of threats. Yeah, FISA 702. Yeah, ignoring does a lot. You have no choice but to ignore when you realize who it is. Once I realized it was police, I stopped getting angry at people. I just call them the police in my mind and I just laugh at them. Yeah, it's FISA 702. What's not true? Ignoring does a lot. What's not that? You don't think that's true? I didn't. Yeah, they do come for jobs. Yeah, they do. They do. That's why I tell y'all. That's what I told y'all on the other one. Like, you gotta. Yeah, they come for jobs, but you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Like, you gotta keep going. If you ain't got no other place, you ain't got no other job, ignoring increase harassment, and it still doesn't work. When you know the harassment is from informants, it doesn't work. I love this. Keep commenting. Ignoring increased harassment, but it doesn't work when you understand they're working for informants. It doesn't. I mean, they're working for police. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't. Ignoring increased harassment, it might increase, but it shouldn't even increase. Like, once you know who is doing it, which many targets do not know who's doing it. They just get some of them say the words. Yeah, and some of them say the words like higher up, and they say they don't even say words, right? They don't even say like secret society. Some of them say secret societies. Some of them say higher up. Some of them say Some of them say powerful people. Like, bro, like, no, those are the police. You think a billionaire personally sending people at you to target you like they know you? That's a good. I used to think like that too. Then I have to cast away imaginations, like the Bible says. I had to cast away imaginations. You know, like a billionaire somewhere is not. Oh yeah, I know this person. Let's target him. Let's watch him. No, bro, that's the system doing that. It could be somebody that's not even a billionaire at all that puts you on the targeting list. Some prosecutor or some person that work in government put you on a targeting list. You know, you got to think with logistics, but ignoring does not increase. Nothing increases the harassment once you realize these people are informants. You know what informants is? You know the thing people shame in rap songs. Snitches. That's what they call them. That's what they call them. They call them snitches. They call them informants. That's what they call them. So it doesn't. The harassment, it might increase, but it only increases on their part. It only increases on their part. They put in work for nothing. I know you informing, but I'm not even gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it. I know you're informant. I'm not gonna say it. So, you know, like it increases harassment, but it doesn't work. Like it shouldn't work. You've identified the culprit. You're no longer fighting an invisible enemy. Your enemy is now visible. Your enemy is now visible. So that destroys the whole thing. Your enemy is now visible. They're destroyed. They're destroyed. Your enemy is now visible. Other citizens, oh no, all of them are citizen informers. Yes, they might be under private. I understand what you're saying. They might be under private security contractors. They might be working as a group. They might be other citizens. No, private. This is how I look at what you're saying right now when you're typing this. Private security informers, working as a group informers, other citizen informers, not just citizens, informers. This is the stuff that people talk about in rap music. Not even in just rap music. People hate snitches everywhere. Everywhere. So I don't get it. The harassment doesn't increase. And I mean snitches and informers in a way of they're trying to get you set up in a way to where you go and commit a crime. And that could be anything. Minor crime to a major crime. You might be so fed up to harassment that you go do something, with, this is not a minor crime, but it's a major crime too, but it's not really a violent, it's nothing that you might be so fed up with what they do that you go, and I haven't done this at all, never. You might be so fed up to what they do that you might go do something with a 16-year-old and say, well, F it. They messing with my life anyway. You feel what I'm saying? And I could never do nothing like that. Especially, I can't do nothing under this surveillance. I didn't do it before the surveillance either. And no one ever told me that I was being surveilled. I just noticed gang stalking. They thought I had a mental illness, and they thought I wouldn't notice it. But I noticed it in 2018. Not just citizens. You do not understand. FBI connected. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they're informants. Anybody that's working with it, you don't get what I'm saying. I don't care who they are. They're receiving notifications. They're working for police. They're receiving notifications to do stuff to you. They're citizen informants. Citizen informers. And of course, the FBI. The FBI is the ones who sending them. Three of the agencies are the ones who sending them. They're citizen informers. Of course. Alphabet agencies are sending them. Yeah, for profit. Yeah, for profit. Yeah. For profit, yes. That's why I say compensation. They're being compensated to do this type of stuff. It's profit. That's what they're doing. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's ignorable. Like there is, like this is final stage. This is final stage for me. You feel what I'm saying? It can't bother me anymore. Anybody that's doing this stuff is an informant. No regular citizens get these psychological tactics. Regular citizens not receiving notifications, they don't get these psychological tactics that are being done. Only the informants do. And guess what? They're working with them. They're informants. Ignorable. So this final stage for me, like it's final stage. I don't mean to say it like that. I stay safe. Like I stay away from people and I stay safe. I stay away from like just any type of crazy people, like literally on purpose. So yeah, this is just like whatever they gonna do, that's what they gonna do. With to me, like that's whatever they gonna do. I don't know what they gonna. I don't know. I really don't care. This stuff shouldn't be going on. This is not a play. They're really doing this to people and putting permanent mental illnesses on people. They're really doing that. So that's not right. So I just pretty much ignore people. Like I ignore them. So there is no oh, this is is no, they're all informants. So I ignore. They're informants. Ignorance, ignorance, ignorance. They're informants. They're not just doing it for no reason. They're receiving notifications. Profit, it's a job. Compensation, it's a job. They're receiving notifications. So once I identified who is doing this stuff, it became just extremely funny. Like we laughing at me, like haha, you got a notification to be where I'm at. What's up, informant? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at them. You know, the people on the street that's doing this type of stuff. But they do it everywhere. Like, they do it everywhere. Excuse me, hold on. And especially if you decide to stay somewhere free, if you decide, say you decide to live in your car, your target is going to increase. You decide that living in your car is something that you want to do, your targeting will increase. If you decide to live in a shelter, your targeting will increase. But it's just, they're all working for shadow government. They're working for informants. I mean, they're working for the government. They're receiving notifications. There is no, oh, they are part of this cult. No, they're all police. People, regular people don't do this stuff in life, nor do they have the resources. The resources? Oh, yeah, that's definitely the police. They don't have the resources to be like, oh, you in a whole nother state and they got somebody following you around in another, in another state. Like, come on, bro, that's law enforcement. So law enforcement is very ignorable. If you get what I'm saying, like, bro, dude, the first rap song was like "F the Police." That was like almost the first rap song that people started. I mean, it wasn't the first rap song, but like, bro, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So the people that's doing it they're very ignorable. Like, I know what you're doing. I'm not gonna let it affect me because who you working for? I thought, bro, I let it affect me so much. You want to know why? This is exactly why, and it changed. I'm gonna tell you why, and it changed. I thought these people was part of some cool kid gang. I thought they was like Hollywood. Then I figured out Hollywood is policemen when they been saying that stuff. They had a hip hop police. Um, I thought them people was like Hollywood. I thought they was like rap cult like group type stuff. Like I thought that's what they was like, but no. And even if they are, that's police, bro. Like that's police. Some artists don't even know they being controlled by police. They don't even know that. And I've been saying this stuff since 2023. Like I observe things and I see them for what they are. I use logistics. I observe and use logistics. Logistics over intelligence. Logistics over intelligence. And this person in the comments, um, under Black News, y'all might want to listen to what he's saying or she's saying, because this is absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct. It is absolutely correct. But yeah, y'all might want to listen to them. Like, but I'm saying the same thing. But they're just trying to, there's no increase in targeting. Is what I'm trying to say. There is no increase. It'll increase in front of you. Like you'll start seeing a bunch of targeting in front of you. But there is no increase for you. Like it shouldn't bother you once you realize who's doing it. It shouldn't bother you. It shouldn't bother you. I swear, for some reason, I guess without knowledge, I was being stupid. But I swear, for some reason, I could have swore these people was like like in a secret society or something. They would just follow me around, and I thought they was trying to recruit me to be rich and bully me, or like I thought they was just like mad at me. I thought it was like on purpose. Like then I realized, bro, they're informants. That's what changed gang stalking for me. Like it has not stopped. It will never stop. I don't know how people gang stalking stop. I don't. I don't know how people gang stalking stop. I don't know how people stop making videos on YouTube. I guess only thing that made me want to stop making videos on YouTube was like people just not really getting what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what like me making a video, knowing everybody's not going to see it, but people not really understanding what's going on. People speaking on, oh, it's higher ups, gatekeepers, secret societies, cults. Like people, people thinking in that type of manner and putting that information out. Like, oh, the evil of this world. Like, bro, you making everybody think that it's just like you making everybody think that it's just like regular people. When you say the evils of this world, the higher ups of this world, the cults, and you making people think it's regular people so they can snap out. No, bro, them informants. Ignore and be blessed that you realize this stuff. Because that's what it is. And it bothers me so much that people get on here and continue to say crazy things, bro, like retarded assumptions, things like that. It bothered me. That's what made me want to stop. Like, that's what made me want to stop just everything. Like, I just wanted to stop. I just wanted to stop doing everything. Like, I wanted to stop making videos because of that. Now, I'm not about to. But yeah. People speaking on this, oh, it's Freemasonry or secret societies. People speaking like that, oh my gosh. It made me so mad. The reason being, because it's making people like not understand what they're dealing with. It'll make you snap out if you thinking that it's a cult versus you thinking that it's police coordinated, which is the only logistical explanation. Is police coordinated. So I got real angry when I get real angry when I would hear people speaking like that. I used to get real angry when I hear people speaking like that. Hold on. This Modern Warfare just downloaded, so Call of Duty. So I'm about to see how it's looking real quick. Oh, it looked real nice. Just a second. Just a second. I'm just trying to see how it, I downloaded the new one. I play the new one all the time. But this old one is very good. But yeah, bro, these people real angry at me. Once I realized what was going on, my targeting went from like it was already overt, but it was about like they were just like calling me stuff that I know I'm not. And then they just started like saying they gonna incarcerate me and stuff like that. And I don't think I've ever done anything in my life. I would know. Like, I would really know. So, but yeah, they started doing that to me. Like, it's high level. Once I started visiting these shelters and stuff like that, they got real angry because I wasn't able to save staying in motels and staying anywhere and working. So I just said, hey, I'm gonna start staying in shelters until I save enough money. And then my targeting went from bullying to, hey, we finna incarcerate you. You did this, you did that. I don't believe so. I don't think I'd be on YouTube doing this. I would know if I've done something wrong to somebody or whatever it may be. I would know that. So that's just what that is. I ignore that too. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm playing this game right now. But yeah, like that stuff really bothered me. Like it really bothers me when people get on YouTube with misinformation. Like it bothers me. It bothers me. Just look into my comment section. That's good information. That person that's speaking a bunch in the comments, that's correct information. When people get on here not naming things or naming or specifically naming secret societies and things like that. When people get on here doing that, it bothers me. It gets me very angry when people get on here doing that. It bothers me. Like it bothered me. Like it bothered me to hear misinformation. Like don't even get on YouTube speaking. Don't call nothing out. If you're not gonna call it what it is, bro, that's the police doing that to you. You done had something. A lot of people done had settlements. A lot of people on disability. A lot of people done had settlements, bro. Ain't no street person got you on no targeted list, bro. Police don't care about drug dealers, bro. They don't care about them. They care about people who ain't doing that and making money. That's what they care about. The drug dealer, they just gonna go, or a person that's doing something, they just gonna go and get them anyway. They gonna go get them anyway. They don't understand nothing we talk about right now. But a person that's not doing that, they gonna target you. Especially if you're doing that on purpose. You know of surveillance, you're gonna be targeted. You know what I'm saying? If you know of surveillance, you're gonna be targeted. You're gonna be a target when you know of surveillance. It'll make you a target. That's for sure. Knowing the Gangstalking, got the mind to look into things, got a mind that can think everything is being watched. Yeah, you'll become a target. You know what I'm saying? My TV is louder than usual, but I'm probably finna get off of here. I'm probably finna get off here in a second. Play this. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was good. This was a good live stream. Um, the misunderstanding in the comments made it a better live stream, I think, to me. Like, cause some people don't understand. Like, that's what makes you ignore. How can I beat targeting? How can I beat targeting? Find out who's doing it. Find out who's doing gang stalking. Find out who's doing targeting. That's how you beat targeting. Because other than that, you're fighting an invisible, questionable, mysterious enemy that comes in many different faces, comes in many different fashions and forms. So you'll be fighting an invisible enemy, and it comes in different faces. So you have to understand, it comes in different forms too. So you have to understand, like, what's going to get you to, quote unquote, beat gang stalking is identifying who it is. It's not, some people think it's Hollywood. Well, if Hollywood is police, Hollywood is alphabet agencies. They've even said it themselves. They're well in everything entertainment as well. They're well in that stuff. So you have to understand that. The way you beat gang stalking is identifying who's doing it. That's how you beat gang stalking. Oh, it's the police. Oh, so these perpetrators that's bullying me, they work for the police. So they work for the police. Oh, I didn't know that. Guarantee your targeting increase. They gonna be pissed. They gonna be angry. Like, yeah, they working for the police, bro. So those are things you have to understand. Let me see if I got some more comments. I've been playing this game for the past 10 minutes. Any more comments? But yeah, hopefully some comments after I end this live. It's about an hour live stream. If somebody else want to make a quick comment or something, see somebody else just hopped in the live. Hope y'all can see these comments. That person is very much on point. I don't care. Even if I doubt this person a perp, but even if, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if that person a perp, like, even if that person a perp, like, they're giving exact, correct information. Like, even when the thing is, when I say this, even when you put it on a different organization, that organization is police. You try to put it on Hollywood or something, California, that organization is police, bro. It's alphabet agency, to be specific. That's all the same thing to me. So it's police. It's police. So that's just what it is. You just gotta sit there and ignore that stuff. If you can't ignore it, then you need to have a better ego than you do. Because I don't know how you get angry at a person that's the police. I guess you just ain't know that's the police that's following you around in civilian clothes, no matter how they look. No matter how they look, how they dress, they could be they can be dressed in something that you'll wear. They could have gold chains on. If they targeting you, bro, it's because of the police, bro. no regular citizen is stalking you around without being compensated, bro. I know how fun it used to seem. Like, oh, people stalking me around because they hate me. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I used to think. Somebody sending them to harass me because they hate me. Then you gotta really start thinking. You gotta really start thinking. Oh, they sending them to harass me because they hate me. Oh my gosh. Everybody hate me, so they sending them to harass me. People, regular people, that's what I mean. Regular people is teaming up to harass me. No, bro, they're working for the police in some form. You know what I'm saying? And in any form, working for the police is ignorable. So that's just pretty much what that is. You just pretty much gotta ignore it. And once I start ignoring it, like they really showed me that it's them for real. Like once I started ignoring it, they showed me it was the police. Like they started showing me it was the police. Once I started ignoring it, like once I started ignoring it, like they need you to be bothered by something. So once they started showing me that, I just let go of pretty much all fear. Like let go of fear. Once you figure out that, let go of fear, bro. Like let go of fear. Once you figure that stuff out, let go of all fear there is. You know? Yeah, let go of all fear there is, bro. Because once you figure them out, they show their hand. Like they show it's them. Once you figure them out, you figure them out. You hear them say you hear me. You start agreeing with it. Like they'll start trying to like scare you. Once you realize who it is, you don't have any fear, bro. It's nothing to fear anyway. So just ignore them. But I'm about to get off of this live stream. I will be making another live stream. It will probably be about the same thing that I've been talking about. Same things that I've been talking about. I really have a problem with people hyping people up because a regular citizen, you thinking that person's just a regular citizen that's perping you part of a cult or something, that's gonna hype you up to do something to that person or just get angry. So I get mad when people don't acknowledge or don't have the knowledge to know that the government is paying these people to do this type of thing to you. You know what I'm saying? So I get real angry at that. So because I don't want any of y'all. The reason I get angry, the only logistical reason I get angry, right? Logistics, right? I don't want y'all crashing out on somebody. I also want to insult them. I'm not saying that they're listening to this content, but the police are. Alphabet agencies are listening to this content. Not regular people, but I want to insult them to let them know I know what they're doing. And that's pretty much all I want to do with that. But, 80% of that is me not wanting y'all to crash out. 20% is insulting them. I ain't got no more comments, so I guess I'll be live at 75 minutes. I'll probably be live. I work tomorrow, so I won't be live. But and these, oh excuse me, and these, if you hear my background, this is not a threat to you. I literally, the game literally finished downloading. the game literally finished downloading, and it's just like the 2023 Call of Duty. I got the new one, but this one is like way better in a way. This was like way better in a way. But excuse me. I hope y'all can hear that. But yeah, I'm about to get off of this live stream. I'll talk to y'all when I'm off, or like my live stream will be later in the night. But I love y'all and peace out.